Review, a daily program that delves into the latest and most significant economic stories. From stock markets to currency news, Business Review covers the most up-to-date stories in the global financial world.
China will help transportation enterprises pull through as the novel coronavirus outbreak has dealt a temporary blow to their business. Li Xiaoming, Vice Minister of Transport, said at a news conference held by the State Council Information Office that the transportation industry is reeling from the epidemic with a significant drop in both passenger and freight flows. Last month, the total number of passengers handled by railway, highway, waterway and civil aviation systems dropped 79.9%, while the freight flow also saw a free fall of 26.5%, according to the ministry. He noted that the government has offered a series of preferential policies to help transportation-related enterprises to reduce loss. According to the official, from March 1st to June 30th, all port construction charges for import and export cargoes will be waived. Government set prices like weight dues and port facility security fee will be cut by 20%. Mandatory emergency response services and charges for non-tanker carriers will be cancelled. The official added that railway insured fee, demurrage cost fee for containers and truck retention fee will be cut by half until the end of June. Liu said that local transport authorities across the country are required to give subsidies to enterprises that carry out emergency transportation tasks during the epidemic and step up financial support for public transportation. The ministry also encourages local transport authorities to temporarily exempt taxi drivers from car rent to help them tide over the epidemic, Liu said, adding that a toll-free policy on the country's expressway network has also been implemented to benefit the large number of truck drivers.
Hundreds of banks joined hands to support small and micro enterprises to resume operation, and all financial and technology enterprises in Beijing have resumed work by adopting flexible working ways in order to further help small and micro enterprises and self-employed households resume operation. The All China Federation of Industry and Commerce, the China Individual Labor Association, and hundreds of banks launched a contactless loan program for micro enterprises. The program will offer credit loan services to about 10 million small and micro enterprises nationwide within 6 months. According to the program, a total of 105 banks, including the Industrial and Commercial Bank of China and online bank My Bank, will provide small and micro enterprises, self-employed persons and farmers with unsecured credit loans through mobile phones to support their current production resumption as well as their expansion after the epidemic is over. Pan Guanghui, Executive Vice President of the China Banking Association, said it can effectively meet the short, small, frequent and urgent financing needs of small and micro enterprises, further expand the coverage of long-tail clients that could not be reached by banking services in the past, and greatly increase the proportions of first loans and credit loans. The program will provide at least 50 billion yuan for online small and micro businesses by the end of March to help these companies receive loan payment in advance. Meanwhile, a special quota of 10 billion yuan will be offered to small and medium-sized logistics companies nationwide by the end of June to stabilize the capital chain of the logistics and transport industry. In Beijing, many securities, financial and internet technology companies in Xicheng and Haidan districts have fully resumed their operation. In Xichang district, major financial institutions have resumed operation in the Beijing Financial Street, where more than 1,800 Chinese and foreign financial institutions are located. The Dongxing Securities Company has fully resumed operation by combining working in office and working from home. A lot of internet technology companies in the northern area of Haidan district have resumed work as well. At Du Shoiman Financial, the financial arm of Baidu.com, the employees already on the job posts are sitting far apart from each other. The person in charge of the company said that a job sharing system has been introduced, under which about 40% of employees are working in the office while the rest are working from home.
Mahat's at Jaipur's famed Amber Fort, known for ferrying tourists atop their royally decorated elephants, are sitting idle, feeling the pinch of the coronavirus that has spooked tourist arrivals. Business in Jaipur, which is famous for its royal palaces and forts, has taken a hit after 16 Italian tourists tested positive for COVID-19 while they were traveling through the Pink City. Jaipur forms part of India's tourist Golden Triangle along with capital New Delhi and Agra, home of the Taj Mahal. But on March 8th, monuments and hotels across the city, normally overflowing with people, were almost empty. Everyone from tour guides to souvenir sellers, from hotel owners to elephant owners, have said that businesses have dropped by nearly 40%, with tourist cancellations mounting by the day. Jitendra, a tourist guide who has worked in the industry for 15 years, said that he already had 3 cancellations for the month of March alone. Foreign tourists are also feeling the push, as the Himalayan kingdom recently announced that it would bar entry to foreign tourists for the next 2 weeks. Indian authorities have increased screenings at airports and border crossings and are urging citizens to avoid large crowds. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that he would not attend celebrations for the Hindu Holi festival, scheduled to be held across the country next week.
Le Moguet Hotel in Paris has been in Charlene Pelletier's family for more than 50 years, but of all the economic storms it has faced over the decades, she says coronavirus is the most dangerous. The hotel is nestled in a quiet street, a leisurely stroll from the Eiffel Tower, but barely a quarter of its 40 rooms were occupied on March 9th. A sharp drop compared to a fortnight ago when it was almost full. Ever since a spate of attacks in the city in 2015 hit the tourism sector hard, Pelletier said business had been up and down, but that the recent coronavirus outbreak, which originated in China but is now affecting much of Europe, posed the biggest threat. Other businesses in the city also report dramatic falls. The Synchrocrat Union, which represents hotels and restaurants, said that it estimated business had fallen by between 20 to 30% across a number of sectors, including cafes, catering, events, and hotels, and that further drops of 40 to 80% were expected in the months to come. Representatives from the industry will meet Junior Minister Jean-Baptiste Lemoyne soon to highlight the threat to business posed by the virus. Many already met Finance Minister Bruno Le Maire, calling for streamlined access to aid and a drop in employers' national insurance contributions, including Valerie Bond from the travel agent and tour operators union Les Entreprises du Voyage. Many of the tourists visiting the Eiffel Tower said they thought fears had been blown out of proportion, and some even appreciated the relative calm.
Madrid went about business as usual on March 9th after the regional government reported 436 positive cases of coronavirus in the region. Some tourists were seen wearing protective masks while visiting iconic spots of the Spanish capital, with nearly 1,000 confirmed cases, including more than 400 in Madrid. Spain has one of the highest incidences of coronavirus in Europe, though still well behind Italy. Local authorities in the Basque region closed schools in the town of La Bastida for 2 weeks after nearly 150 cases were detected in the area. Several major events have been called off or postponed in Spain to minimize the transmission risk, but the government has so far refrained from introducing more drastic measures such as travel bans. The president of the European Council, Charles Michel, said European Union leaders were set to hold a teleconference shortly to discuss a coordinated EU response to the coronavirus outbreak.
A medical gear producer in South China's Guangdong province has been developing a reusable medical face mask using high-tech nano-silver technology, which it hopes to make available as soon as possible during the ongoing novel coronavirus disease. Despite its direct effects on the coronavirus, the Ansin Nanobiotechnology Group in Zhuhai City hopes to provide another form of protection against the epidemic. Though their small production line limits how many masks they can produce, the company's general manager, Zhu Jiafa, is confident that the nano-silver fabric lining the masks can help protect users against viruses and bacteria. We added a special nano-silver fabric, which is patented technology by our company. It has water absorptivity. It absorbs water and the humid air as we exhale. The nano-silver particles continuously release ions, which are able to kill viruses and bacteria after 8 hours of use per day, and based on tests conducted by Hong Kong Polytechnic University, the bacteria content of our masks is lower than that of a national standard mask, said Zhao. Ansin was one of the first companies in China to begin research and development on this material after the 2003 SARS outbreak, and after going through a lengthy certification and licensing process, their masks are almost ready for the public. While the epidemic has caused some disruption in the delivery of key materials required for the mass production of the revolutionary new masks, which will cut down on waste and raw material consumption, Ansin are hopeful they'll be able to get their product on the market as quickly as they can, and have designated several of their masks to hospitals and the medical industry.
This has been Business Review, your daily source for the most critical stories in the financial world. Tune in next time for the latest financial news impacting the world economy.